Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching the Barry Beat podcast, streaming live to 802 Scoop from the Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. My name is Michael Booten, and of course, I've got Liam Hogan from Lazy Dog Digital, not LLC.
Not LLC. It's a doing business as of Hogan Group. A little more attractive, you know.
It's LAZYDOG. But
Lazy
it really
dog.
should be DAWG.
Oh, yeah? Lazy dog.
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 I want that dog. I want that dog. And if anybody knows that reference, that's from the little girl there that sees the bear, which we will get into. Not that particular. Have you seen that? The little clip where there's a bear climbing up on the porch and she's like, I'm going to pet that dog. I'm going to pet that dog. And the parents are like dragging her away from the bear.
I feel like I have.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty famous clip. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Little baby bears, they're kind of cute.
I totally agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is like freaking hot in here. And
a scorcher.
It's a scorcher. And it was 85 today.
Yeah.
It was 85 degrees.
Good day to mow the grass.
And it's like wet. It's moist. It's gross.
I hate that word.
I hate it when it's like that. It's
moist.
Humid. It's gross. Tomorrow there's going to be PM thunderstorms with a high of 82 degrees. Then Tuesday, which I kind of like this, partly cloudy, high of 79 degrees. And Tuesday is the primaries. And I'm going to be up at the polls all day. Or that's what my plan is. So for folks that are watching, if you live in Barre City, you want to get a chance to talk with me, feel free to stop by. Not that you can't talk to me anytime because my phone number's out there and you can always call and whatever. But I plan on being at the polls and I've got getting it all set up. I grabbed the table from back here. The thing looks nasty. I gotta get myself some sort of tablecloth.
Yeah. You gotta get a tablecloth that says Michael Booten.
Don't have the time for that.
I bet our sponsor Yipes could hook you up with that.
That is true. They probably could. But I'm not going to make them do that. I don't need a tablecloth that says Michael Booten just yet. I might have to call on them to do my signs. And then on Wednesday, it's partly cloudy, 80 degrees. Thursday, thunderstorms. And that's a 59% chance of thunderstorms, 76 degrees. And then Friday, partly cloudy, 72 degrees, which is my kind of weather. Nice. And then Saturday, also partly cloudy, 74 degrees. And Sunday, partly cloudy, 74 degrees. And then Monday morning next week, AM showers. Of course, by then, who knows what it's going to be because it was supposed to be raining this Tuesday. So whatever.
Yeah.
Raylene says, thank you, Liam, for every minute you have donated to the Veterans Place. We appreciate you so much. Aww. Could give us some water.
Notice. You're welcome. I really like working with the Veterans Place over in Northfield.
Plain black fitted tablecloth should be under the counter. Thank you. I will definitely grab that. Don't let me forget, please. Because I will forget. So last night I was jonesing for food at about 10 o'clock. Not jonesing. I mean, I was hungry at about 10 o'clock, and I was like, I wonder if Starkey's is open yet. So they're not open yet. So you know what Starkey's is?
It's the new barbecue place that's going to be opening. Oh, is it over here?
Over there. Yeah.
For some reason, I always think we're further up Main Street than we actually are.
No.
I think, I don't know why, but I always think. Opening up over here. I saw their Facebook page and I tried to follow them and friend them and whatever it is you do. And it sounds really good.
I don't know. I looked at their menu, brisket. That's what I saw. I'm like, oh yeah, this is not good for me because I will likely be down there a couple times a week.
Right. Well, here's what you
With
do.
brisket.
You go to Tasty Bites and get your breakfast.
Yep.
And then you walk over to, is it Starkey's?
Starkey's. Yep.
Okay. And then you go up there. By the time you get up there, it'll be lunchtime. And
Not, I don't know what world you're in, but unless you're going at the snail's pace, that's not even a snail. I think a snail could get there and before it became dinner.
so you just go to
And if
breakfast.
you eat breakfast at Tasty Bites, you're not going to be hungry until like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, well, that's true.
But you're going to be full. But they're planning on opening on Wednesday. So that'll
Mark
be
your calendars.
mark your calendars. And that's in the old Wheelock building right next to the old JJ Newberry's, which is also, well, it's between the old JJ Newberry's and the Danny Gar building, which used to be Planet Rock, which is no longer. I'm not upset about that.
Obviously.
Yeah. You didn't make it to the so anyway, go on down to Starkey's when they open up. Make sure, looks yummy.
What did I miss?
Huh? You missed National Night Out.
Yeah, I was swamped this last week.
Okay, well, fine,
Between-
whatever. That's okay. I went live. I went live for
I
us.
saw. I watched you went live. As Raylene said this last week with the Veterans Place, I've just been
busy.
So on Thursday, I went to work for a little bit. I went to Northfield. I helped the Veterans Place out for a couple hours, and then I went all the way down to Sharon, helped another client out. So I was just all over the place this week.
Well, that's okay. Like I said,
How was
I
it?
went
It
live.
looked good.
It was great. I made balloons. I didn't pass out any of my tchotchkes. I know that,
You should have put them in the balloons.
No, absolutely not. Like, because I'm running for state rep, I don't feel comfortable doing that at those kind of events.
Where they just want you to be Michael.
They
don't
just
you
want
to-
me to do the balloons,
Right.
which I did the balloons. It was great. It made a lot of kids happy. There was a
Yeah.
lot of kids that were sad because they popped their balloons on the grass. But the grass, so grass is like tiny little razor blades.
Apparently.
Yeah. Next, let the balloons fall on the grass and they will pop. They pop. They also pop on the picnic tables too, like immensely. It's pretty bad. But I did get a video of Amber, one of my friends, riding the trike, which I'm thinking about sharing to 802 Scoop. Haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do it, but I'm tempted. Because it's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
people watching the trike or riding the trike. Did you have a video of that, right?
You must have a video because we did it earlier this year.
Yeah. So anyway, I did the balloons for that. It was great, and we had a lot of people come out. It was pretty cool. I tried to get to go up in the fire truck, and I was told I couldn't go. I was like, that's lame. That's really lame. And then, of course, Chief Vale came over, and I was telling him how upset I was, and he was like, well, you could ask the city manager. So then I looked at him and I said, can I go up? And he said, no, I'm sorry, you can't. Very disappointed. So I didn't get to go up in the fire truck, but that's okay. We had a lot of people.
Yep.
It was great. Saw Randy Tucker.
There you go.
He had a balloon on his head. So maybe we'll post that as well. I'll probably post that on my political page.
What a silly guy.
Randy's great. He's great. So this Wednesday, I believe it's Wednesday, there's a school board meeting and they're going to approve the budget. So the budget that they're looking to approve, there was two options. One, resubmit the budget, which the last school board meeting, I spoke up and I said, listen, don't do that. It's not a good idea. We need to pass the budget. Don't do that. Just I suggested that we go with the $350,000 decrease. And I think that's probably what they're going to do. Hopefully that's what they're going to do, because if they resubmit the same budget, it'll likely fail. And that's just not okay. But and I also they did it again where they showed those numbers for Barre City showing like a decrease in property taxes. And I'm like, listen, you guys don't need this forced narrative of, you're trying to deceive us. Don't submit this document again.
Right.
Don't do that. So they did do one up, and it's far better. I'm very thankful that they did that, because it's they got to do that. You can't provide numbers that tell a different narrative that's not accurate.
Right.
So, and I don't know, do you remember the situation? It was because the assessment pushed up your value of your house.
It's going to go up by like.
Correct. And the assessment went up, the tax rate went down, but it's still an increase.
Right.
But they were using numbers that showed that it was a decrease.
When
Right.
it was really going to increase.
When it was
going
to increase. But they
no matter what they did.
Right. So in this particular case, they did what I've been saying all along, which is about 60. I said 60%, but they used the actual numbers, which came out from the assessment of reappraisal, which was like 68% increase. So $100,000 house, you're looking at about $200, which is what I've been saying all along. Since March, I have been saying that $100,000 house is probably going to see an increase in taxes of about $150 to $200.
We should go back and find.
We should go back
and
and
put
we
together
should see
a reel.
it. So if you've been watching Barre Beat, guess what? You have been informed. Pass that along. Let people know, because we let it out. We tell people what's going on. So you just remember that. So for $100,000 house pre-assessment, it was about $200 with the average 68%. Now, granted, right now you don't have to guess what it is, because the tax rate is there. For Barre City, the tax rate for education only is looking at about 0.94. That's what it looks like. 0.94. So there you go. That's what it looks like. I think that's what it is. 0.94. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Someone fact check Michael on that.
Somebody should fact check me. I think that's the tax rate. Yeah, residential tax rate with CLA is 0.94, 0.947. So again, if you've been watching Barre Beat, you have been getting the correct information all this time. It's important to note that. I'm just saying, watch Barre Beat. So if your house is or was assessed at about $100,000, you're looking at about 197 with that 60% or 68% increase. The 200 would be about 395. 300 would be about 592. So Donald Snow says, hey guys, quick question. If the Aldrich Library keeps allowing these homeless to get weird in the bathrooms, does Barre really stand a chance? I don't know what's going on
in the Aldrich.
Getting the weird in the bathrooms.
And I don't know.
at
Please
the-
don't expand.
Don't expand on that. Please don't expand. Because I can just imagine. And I shouldn't be laughing because it's really not funny.
And it's so
The
funny
whole-
he says that because I'm coming from Barrytown. I went by the library and I did see a group of them out there. So
It's a huge problem.
Yeah, it's really
It's-
funny he mentioned that tonight.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh wow, there's quite a few people out in front of the library.
Yeah. Well, last night, like, remember when I said that I tried to see if Starkey's was open at
Yeah.
like 10 o'clock. There was somebody sleeping on one of the granite benches there.
Gotcha.
You know, we got to figure out our homeless problem,
Yeah.
which the state did pass new legislation. The legislature passed legislation to modify the how we handle homelessness. The problem is you can put all the things out there, but if people don't want to accept it, it's not going to change.
Right.
So then the question is, if you're going to put all the things out there to help people and it's not going to change, the people don't want to change what they're doing, at that point we have to have a different conversation, which is this is not productive, and you know,
Right.
we can't allow you to, you know, sleep on private property.
Right. So, you know, we're putting all this stuff out there. And if you're not going to say, hey,
Take
okay.
up, right. I mean, ultimately, if we got rid of the mental health issues and the drug issues, we would be far better off. I was actually watching a YouTube video, and we're kind of going off script here, but I was watching a YouTube video talking about the hippies in Vermont, and it was doing a little thing down in Brattleboro, and they did an interview with this guy who was homeless, and he was talking about how he was selling drugs in all the bars in Barre, and it's like, it was very irritating because he was talking about how, you know, Vermont's very kind to the homeless, and I'm like, you're selling poison in our community and you're like telling people that you are doing this,
right?
And that, yeah, anyway, whatever.
Not something people advertise a lot.
No. Maybe I'll clip that and
Throw it in there.
throw it somewhere. I don't know. It's disgusting what they do in their bathrooms. These people have no self-respect anymore. Yeah,
think I've
I don't know what's
in the
going on.
bathrooms.
I know that I've heard that there's like needles in the bathroom.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if that's true. So I probably shouldn't have said that because I don't know. It's too late now. It's already out there. So
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor. And that's what I've heard, is that they found needles. And you find needles anywhere, right?
You find needles downtown Montpelier.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
pretty bad. I never thought I would see it up here in Vermont, though. No, I remember being down in Connecticut in Groton. That's way, way, way down on the coast. And I remember walking from my sister's house to somewhere, I don't know where it was, but there was a needle on the ground, and it was like, I was stunned to see it. I just couldn't believe that it was there. And like now, if I'm walking, if I see a needle, I would be like, oh, which is not good.
No.
And that was in Connecticut back in the 80s.
Right.
You know, I was just a whippersnapper. Why did my sister let me go and walk down the road?
What?
I will. You know what? I'm going to have a conversation with my sister, because now
Right.
that I'm thinking about this, I was probably less than 10 and I was walking down the road by myself. Well, things were a little bit different back then.
Yeah. And you were a young
Whippersnapper when I was a whippersnapper. Burlington officials have placed the Blodgett water access point on Lake Champlain on an alert following a combined sewer overflow on Pine Street. The alert comes after heavy storms move through the Burlington area, and the city says the South End access point is expected to remain on alert until Monday afternoon. So I guess they had like a storm surge and water came out.
They got a lot of rain the last couple of days.
Yeah. Not good. Not good.
And I only noticed how much wind we got in Barrytown when I was cutting the grass this afternoon.
So you must know Donald. Donald Snow Snake?
Maybe.
He says, anyways, y'all have a good night or day. I'll see you at Shaw's later, Liam.
What?
Peace out, y'all. What's going on?
I have no idea.
What's Liam doing at Shaw's? Huh?
Grocery shopping like everybody
Is that what you're
else.
doing?
Yeah.
You gonna pick up some water?
Oh yeah, pick up some water, pick up some purple Powerade.
Yeah. So if you're swimming in the Blodgett Water Access Point area and you see a little log floating by, that may not be wood. It might not be wood. Just be forewarned. Probably shouldn't be swimming there right now. That would be terrible. Can you imagine? Like you're just swimming there and all of a sudden
Put a full hand grip on
it pops out.
not a log.
You get that reference? Do you get that reference?
Howdy-ho. No.
No? Oh, come on. So whoever's watching, pop it in the comments if you know that reference. Howdy-ho. I'm waiting patiently. No one's gonna post. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. That's Mr. Hanky.
Oh.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves me and he loves you. You don't know that?
Nope.
Must
have been one of those 80s tunes.
No, it's closer to 90s. Closer to like late 90s. It's South Park.
Oh. Yeah.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. A Pulteney man is facing an animal cruelty citation after Vermont State Police say he shot and seriously injured a dog that wandered onto his property Saturday morning. Police say David Nielsen intentionally shot the dog without cause on Lewis Road. You're a piece of crap. Just saying.
Don't shoot dogs.
Don't shoot dogs. Don't shoot dogs. Why would you shoot the dog?
Yeah.
Why? You know what I do when I
so
see
many
dogs?
other options other than to shoot
Like
the
capturing them.
Right.
I capture dogs.
Or
when they come on my property, I capture them.
take a picture. Say whose dog is. Don't just shoot the dog.
No, I capture them.
Yeah.
I try to lure them into my kennel area, and then I capture them. Straight up.
So if you're missing your dog, call Michael Newton.
No, so what I do is I capture them, and then I call the police department, and I post it online, and because you do all the things. And then there was one time there was a dog that came up because Leah is a female dog, so she attracts she attracts all the boys to the yard, and she anyway. So the dogs come up, and there was one time, it was about 2:00 in the morning. There was a dog that was running around, and the dog came in, was able to find, I looked at the number or something like that, and I kept on calling the guy. I didn't know who it was. Apparently he was right down the road, which I didn't know that, but I almost had a nice dog. Charlotte Magoon says hello from North Carolina.
Hello. Is it a scorcher in North Carolina?
Probably just as nasty as it is up here. It's probably hotter down there.
Probably.
My guess is.
It's probably like 100.
I didn't know that she was in North Carolina, though.
Me either.
But anyway, so yeah, be nice to dogs.
Yep.
Federal immigration agents arrested 2 people in Cornwall, Vermont on Saturday afternoon, according to Migrant Justice. The advocacy organization says the 2 were subsequently transferred to Massachusetts for processing, but few other details about the rest have been made public. So I guess NBC5 or my NBC5 is the only one that had this on there. So I don't know what happened. But apparently there were 2 folks in Cornwall who were arrested by ICE. And Charlotte says it's 89 degrees down there.
Scorcher.
That's nasty.
Hopefully you have some cold water, Charlotte,
Yeah.
because we don't have any
she's
here.
down south. Every building down there is air conditioned. Unlike up here, like right here in this area, in this particular place, this spot is not air conditioned.
And it doesn't have water.
And it doesn't have water. Kenny Drugs is scaling for okay, so we should probably let people know what we're joking. So there was no water in the refrigerator. I had complained that there was no water in the refrigerator last week, that there was only 1 bottle left, and there was none this week. So we've been harassing Raylene,
Our fearless leader.
our fearless leader, complaining about hostile work environments because there's no water in this place.
So if you don't see the Barry Beat next week, we've gone on strike until
or Raylene has killed us and buried the bodies somewhere. And Charlotte says no, they have central air everywhere, which is the reason why it would be nice to have central air in here.
Yeah.
Raylene. Kenny Drugs is scaling back its AI assistant, Bert, after customers reported problems, including confusing phone calls, incorrect dosage information, and missed prescription notifications. Kenny Drugs president John Marafa says the company did not get customer experience right and is taking responsibility for it. So AI isn't ready yet. And Charlotte says we won't have water either after the data centers go up. We will vote against it in November. I didn't know that was on the ballot in November.
In North Carolina?
Must be in North. After 74 years in business, Ray's Seafood Market and restaurant in Essex Junction is closing its doors. The longtime family-owned business says its final day of service will be September 12th, although no reason for the closure has been announced. Have you ever been there?
Nope. But I'm not a big seafood guy.
Not a big seafood guy?
No. The most I'll venture into seafood is tuna out of a can.
So Charlotte says, we're getting back to the AI.
Yeah.
She says that the AI takes tons of water. I don't know. I'm not sure how much water it takes.
I'm not either. I know now there's liquid cooling for computers, so I'm not sure. Maybe that's what she's referencing. But I thought that was other than water.
Yeah, I'm not. I question. It would be nice to know whether or not that facility is going to actually take up that much water. I don't know the specifics of the facility that you're talking about, but I do know that there might be a situation, depending on, I don't know what the situation is in North Carolina. So just for clarity, I don't know. But I would double check that. Yeah, no, I know it cools thousands of chips, but I would double check the actual amount of water that it's pulling up. I would double check that because I don't know how much water it's actually going to be drawing on. I know that, so Virginia is like the capital of data centers, right? And the data center is not on here. And yeah, it does take a lot of energy, which is the reason why we should have micronuclear plants. Um,
Well, if you're Elon Musk, he just wants to send them into space,
well,
orbiting data centers.
that actually sounds like a good idea personally. I kind of like the idea of orbiting
And
data centers.
obviously, if we send them into space, it goes along with your nuclear idea, because each one of them is going to have to either be solar powered or nuclear.
Yeah, but either way, I would double check on that just because I'm not sure. There's a lot of things going on with data centers right now, and there is, and this is not conspiratorial, I promise you. There's actually a like foreign involvement on making anti-AI sentiment in the United States. So just be forewarned of that. And you can, I think it's China and Russia are trying to stifle AI in the US. They need to back off.
Yeah, it should also be known that not every data center would be used for AI.
True.
There are
True,
other
true.
companies,
Correct.
Amazon Web Services, Facebook's not a good one, but there are other companies, as I work in website design and development, that use data centers for hosting websites and data and not AI. So,
and all you have to do, honestly, is make it so it's net zero, right?
Right.
Like just write it into the process. Like if you want to build a data center, then you can't make negative impact on water. You can't make negative impact on energy.
Right.
And what that does is, who knows? I mean, maybe it would cause a nuclear plant to be built, right? Like, let's build some nuclear plants, because I would much rather one nuclear plant in the size of Yankee Nuclear than 50,000 freaking solar fields taking up my beautiful Vermont lands, right? Like, I don't want to go through the countryside and see crappy solar panels. I'd much rather just one nuclear plant down in, Vershire? Was it Vershire? No, it wasn't Vershire. Where the heck was it?
Vermont? I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was way off topic.
Do we have a data center in Vermont?
I think we have like a small one.
Yeah.
I think we have a small one that nobody knows about.
Well, that's what you need.
Yeah. See?
Data centers nobody knows about.
Vermont's black bear population has climbed well above the state's target, with Fish and Wildlife officials estimating between 7,500 to 8,900 bears based on last year's data. State bear biologist Jacqueline Kummerow says the growing population is also showing up in more frequent and serious conflicts between bears and people.
Bears got busy over the winter.
They did get a little busy. I want to pet that bear. I want to pet that bear. Have you seen cubs? Yeah, I mean, you've probably seen cubs online, but
right,
they're so cute.
Yeah,
they're just like kind of just.
The only time I see bears is when I'm driving, and usually it's either up or down the belt line, either in Barre City or across from the Barrytown firehouse. So I'm either going up that belt line, down that belt line, or the one here in the city, either going up or down, and always a black bear crossing the road.
I never see them. Time. I can see them on my camera peeking into my Jeep at night.
Well, you just gotta leave a sandwich on the.
Just gotta leave the sandwich on there
on the seat for them.
Yeah. I know that we have bear problems on Tremont. They have signs up and everything. It's,
lock up your garbage.
Yeah, lock up your garbage. We've had that happen right. My next door neighbor had their garbage and their bird feeders and everything else. The
Gone
bears.
Through.
Oh yeah. And they're so cute.
They are. And they're just hungry. So how can you get mad at them?
I just want to have a pet bear.
Yeah. Give them a hug.
Yeah. Who doesn't want a pet bear? Just a little pet bear.
I'll
Just,
empty out my garbage for him. There you go.
yeah. I mean, I don't want the big pet bear. I just want the little pet bear.
Right. You just want the
You
cub.
know,
They
I
don't
want,
stay cubs for long.
I
Michael.
want, yeah, I know. What I want is I want a pet bear with a pituitary gland problem that it doesn't grow.
Oh.
That would be amazing.
That's interesting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
A
Pet
little pet
cub
bear.
for life.
That would be amazing. Want to pet that bear?
Or a pet monkey. I always thought pet monkey.
You know how we could like reduce the population?
Give everybody a pet bear?
No, like people need to start hunting again. I feel like people don't hunt enough. I don't. Can you hunt bear? You can hunt bear.
Yeah, but I think it's only like 1 or 2 tags a year. I don't think they give them out
Okay,
as
like
often as deer.
2,000. Oh, 1 or 2 tags.
Right. I think they're tagged, so you have to have. I only think it's 1. I think you only get 1 bear tag a year. There's
Per
probably
person?
per person. I think
Okay.
because my younger brother and my
couple thousand
stepdad.
people, couple thousand people hunting bear. We could get rid of that bear population problem, just like that.
It's 1 or 2. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Somebody drop in the comments. 1 or 2.
Yeah, something like that. Do you need to get that, sir?
Nope.
A new fleet of rental e-bikes has arrived in Burlington. With Burlington Segway owner Rick Sharp promising a different experience from the Bird bikes that drew complaints about being left around the city. The new bikes can only be picked up and returned at designated racks. The riders who leave them elsewhere could face a hefty fine. So what the Bird bikes are, the scooters. I think they were scooters.
Yep.
Or no, they were aren't they not scooters?
I'm pretty sure they're a scooter.
Is it scooters where you're like it's only the 2 wheels and you're
No, that's the
that's
other thing.
what the heck is that called?
I don't know, but I want one.
You wanna
I want the one where you lean forward and they go kind of like a
that's a
mall
Segway.
cop. Yeah,
That's a
I
Segway.
want a Segway.
That's a Segway.
Somebody get me a Segway for Christmas, please.
Yeah, I think they were scooter. I think they were little scooters or something like that.
Yeah, little scooters.
But people were leaving them all around the place. And these, so you take them out, but if you don't return them to an authorized location, you get charged.
Ooh.
So you're going to want to bring that back.
Yeah.
You're going to want to bring that back.
It's like not bringing your rental car back. You get charged.
Yeah, no. That, no. Bradford police are investigating vandalism at Oxbow High School after racial slurs and drug-related graffiti were sprayed on the shed near the school's football field. Investigators believe the vandalism happened sometime overnight between Wednesday and Thursday. So, the spray painting lovely stuff underneath the bridge on Blackwell Street has been painted over, which is nice.
Nice.
And in this particular,
just has to go to Oxbow and do it for them.
well, I'm sure they've already done it as well. But so the thing here is they don't say what the racial slurs are.
Yeah.
But they were showing pictures, and I saw Shalom Shabbat. So my guess is, might be wrong, my guess is anti-Semitic, because that is currently the type of racial, it's like super popular right now to be anti-Semitic. Just saying. Very popular. You see it in parades and everything. It's wonderful. And I'm being very sarcastic. It irritates the crap out of me. Oh, you remember we were having that conversation in Montpelier, where I was like, and I ended up like calling my friend, and I'm like, hey, this is happening. Don't do stupid stuff. Don't do that stuff. And in this particular case, though, it's probably some stupid kid, right?
Right.
So dopey kid. He's like 13, 14. I'm going to be really funny. But it's not okay. It's not okay. So hopefully they find him out and they have a situation like happened to the yoga place where I can't remember it, so whatever. Anyway, it's too bad. Don't be spray painting on people's stuff, okay? If it's not your house, if it's not your property, don't spray paint. It's not hard.
That's something we learned in kindergarten.
Feel like that's something that you should like learn young.
First grade, maybe.
Yeah. Don't be stupid. And don't be racist. A locally led development company has won the auction for Montpelier's former federal building, which was the post office, which has been vacant since the devastating July 2023 flood. The 87 State Street Local Development Corporation submitted the winning bid of more than $500,000 and is considering a mix of commercial space and potentially housing for the property. Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's a terrible sentence. Submitted the winning bid of more than $500,000 and is considering a mix of commercial space and housing for the property. So
I don't know how they get away with. There's not a lot of parking, unless there's parking in the back of that building.
oh yeah, there's a lot of parking.
There's
in
a
the
lot of
back.
parking in the back.
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
huge
so you could
parking
do
area.
apartments or something.
Oh yeah. There's definitely a lot of parking back there. I mean, it's a beautiful building.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the green marble on the side.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to cost. They're saying the original price tag was like $2.4 million, but the PCB contamination could cost as much as $3 million to clean up. The development has already secured $1.2 million from the Vermont Department of Economic Development. And I thought there was a price on here of what it would cost to fix it, but it was going to be a lot of money to fix it. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money. You got to do flood, remediation and, probably mitigation as well.
Because the state or city probably didn't do that.
Well, I mean, I don't think they fixed it after the floods.
Right.
So it's probably a little leaky down there. Yuck.
But fun.
Yeah,
Gonna
no,
be
it's going to
something
be
there?
great. They're going to have it's going to be nice that it's not vacant anymore.
I'm kind of surprised the state didn't want to hold on to that building.
I mean, if you think about it, it's going to get flooded again. More
Fair
than
enough.
likely, possibly. I don't know.
Let it go.
Burlington Mayor Emma Mulvaney Stanek is defending her approach to downtown public safety after the Democratic-led city council advanced a different plan, calling for greater accountability and enforcement. Mulvaney Stanek says conditions involving homelessness and open drug use are unacceptable, but argues the city also needs to address the underlying causes of those problems. The governor recently sent Vermont State Police to patrol the downtown. Although Mayor Mulvaney Stanek did not know that he was going to do that, she welcomed the assistance.
She did know. She just didn't get the amount of notice she would have liked.
Oh, I thought she didn't know.
No. Governor Scott did say, he's like, we told her, but it might have been, the day of or a day before. But he was like, we did tell her.
I mean,
And I think he admitted in a press conference recently that he was like, yeah, we probably could have given her a little more notice, but you wanted the help, so there you go. How many?
I mean, so I was watching the video, like the stock video. I don't want to go up to Burlington. It's sketchy up there, but a part of me wants to go up there and just like film because it looks like there's a lot of people in the park.
Yeah.
Like a disturbing amount of people in the park that are homeless.
I'd love to
And-
just go to Church Street and see the increased.
I haven't been to Church Street in years because of the sketchiness up there.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite places is Mike's Pizza, and I don't I don't ever go there. And I sure as heck ain't going to go at night, which is the best time to go to Mike's Pizza.
Right.
It's sketchy. It's sketchy. And not like Spider-Man outfits on Halloween sketchy, which, believe me, are sketchy. But it's like scary. Did you see the video that I posted on my yeah. Like the guy, so there's a video that I posted on my political page of this guy like pounding on the door of a business. I cannot imagine being a business in Burlington and having to deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he had his shirt off and he's like obviously having some sort of like mental health crisis, and he was pissing on their stoop, and the restaurant owner's like, "Hey, no, don't do this."
Right.
And all of a sudden he like freaks out at him. And it's like, we're not taking care of business.
Yeah.
And, it's really frustrating. I feel bad for those people. And you know what? We're starting to get it down here. And it just goes to show you we have to deal with the problem.
Yeah.
And whatever. Anyway. Whatever.
Got to deal with the problem.
Vermont housing and environmental groups have reached a compromise aimed at making it easier to build housing while maintaining protections against flooding and pollution. The agreement, backed by groups including Let's Build Homes and Vermont Natural Resources Council, would temporarily reduce certain wetland development buffers from 50 feet to 25 feet. With the state reviewing the impacts before deciding whether the change continues beyond 2030. So much to say about this. One, so this is something that Governor Scott was pushing, and I was pushing during the legislative session. Trying to get this through. And I was working very hard to get this through. And very frustrating that it didn't go through, but really glad that it did go through this way. The thing that frustrates me about this particular process is that the agreement, backed by groups including Let's Build Home and Vermont Natural Resource Council, those aren't government agencies.
Right.
Those are nonprofits, NGOs. They have way too much power in the state of Vermont. I mean, the Vermont Natural Resources Council did, basically because they were fighting against the 25-foot from 50-foot reduction down to 25. They were fighting hard against that during the legislative session. And it's really frustrating to see that that the government is controlled by these nonprofits. But I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's just really frustrating.
One of those things.
Yeah. So,
but happy it went through anyway.
Love to defund them all, like castrate them. All the nonprofits, just see which ones survive. Survival of the fittest. Go get your money from asking people for money. Don't take it from the state of Vermont. Don't take it from government. On my list of things to do.
We'll see how well that works out.
Yeah. So anyway, these two items are items that I was pushing hard in the legislature, and recently Phil Scott was able to fix. The Scott administration is proposing an indefinite pause to further expansion of Vermont's raise the age juvenile justice reforms. The 2018 law was designed to gradually allow some young adults charged with nonviolent offenses to have their cases handled confidentially in family court, eventually raising eligibility from age 18 to 22, but implementation stalled at age 19. So are you familiar with raise the age?
This is for criminal stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So legislature, in their vast smarts, passed this law called raise the age, which is an attempt to make people going through the justice system that are adults, right, up to 22 years old. And some people want to even go higher, that they go through family court. And the issue is that you're a freaking adult and you should be treated as an adult.
Yeah.
And so this raise the age, it automatically puts you into the juvenile justice center or
Yeah.
the juvenile court system. And that's not accountability.
No.
And you know, the DCF's Erica Radke says that 18 and 19-year-olds are legal adults. The state generally cannot compel them to participate in treatment or other services. So it's not designed for adults. It's
Right.
designed for juveniles.
Yeah.
And you know, I submitted an amendment to remove raise the age, and it failed. Of course it failed. It, you know, that's just not surprising at all. The majority in Montpelier didn't want to, one could wonder whether or not they would like to get rid of all forms of criminal justice, similar to, you know, national DSA, which is Democratic Socialist, where they want to get rid of all jails, and you know, we all live in our little utopia, rainbows and lollipops and unicorns dancing all around, because that's gonna freaking happen. The hell are these people? Who are these people? Like, I hate to inform you, the world is not unicorns, lollipops, and rainbows. That's just not, it's not that. It's just not. Oh my goodness, it's just not that. I can't. I just can't. You support that?
What?
Raise the age?
No.
No.
18.
18 years old.
Yeah.
You know, the frustrating thing is that the law, I mean, the amendment that I submitted allowed for certain circumstances to be put through juvenile court.
Yeah.
So, but it required a judge to sign off on it.
Okay.
So,
That's fine.
yeah, you know, it's ridiculous.
I guess you could see 21, but no, it should be 18.
Yeah, it should be 18. Definitely not 21.
Well, I mean, you have to
Definitely
be
not
21 to do stuff. So
Yeah.
I could see 21, but it should
Yeah,
just be
I
18.
mean, if you look at, like, you can drink at 21, but
Right.
it's like,
So I could see 18, but no further than 21.
I could see while you're in school at best.
Yeah.
Like, after that, you're 18 years old, and the comment is, well, your brain doesn't quite develop. Okay, then you shouldn't be able to vote.
Right. We should move the voting age to
If you
21.
can't be charged for a crime as an adult, you shouldn't be able to vote either. Like, you know, let's have that conversation. Yeah, Raylene says we need justice reform in all states. Absolutely. Oh, well. So that's all I got. You got anything?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right. Well, it's hot in here. I don't have any water.
Hint,
And
hint.
I'm
Wink,
thirsty. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We hope you have a lovely week, and we will see you next Sunday. Ciao.